take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Yeah, this the winning teams. 6 rings with a pinky ring. Everybody used to picking me, now I'm the one that they picking. Snakes out, they hissing, but I can't hear when the crowd screams. Still balling like
A very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Minnesota Vikings.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Two clubs here, each looking to rebound from a Week 1 loss as we're underway on EA Sports. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. First down throw for Cousins. Complete. Jefferson to target. And here we get this all the way to midfield. Marking down at the 49. The catch and run good for 24 yards.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Brought down.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at their 49-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. First down, here's the run with Cook. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll try to throw now. Cousins. He's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. 16 yards, a first down.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Give to Cook out of the gun. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad. 4. Instead of a 3rd and 4, now they have to manage a 3rd and 9 after the delay of game. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And this is Cook for the grab. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
So 1st and goal now from the 7-yard line. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
A loss of 3.
Tackling's obviously critical down near the goal line. That was great work there to make the hit behind the line and make sure he doesn't get any further. Did a really nice job wrapping up and not letting him loose.
Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. To throw, Cousins. This will be caught at about the 5. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal.
3rd and goal.
Here is Cook on 3rd and goal. Give him a couple on the run there, and now they're in that in-between area here on 4th and goal. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. And before this 4th and 3 play, we're going to get whistles and a timeout. And my goodness, they're now out of timeouts here in this first quarter. So Cousins heads to the Vikings sideline, and on is Dan Bailey to try the field goal. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And the 10-year bet knocks it through the goalpost. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The rush defense stout on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Here's McDonald to throw. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
1st down, Steelers.
On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32.
He's tackled at the 30.
Anthony Harris on the tackle.
A 3-yard pickup.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
To throw on 2nd down. McDonald. Ebron caught left side. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
1st down.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
A pair of first downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44. Out of the gun, McDonald. And he slings one that's incomplete. James Washington was the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
On 3rd down, McDonald. And he hits his tight end, Ebron. And he'll be touchdown here, but not before he does pick up the 1st. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 43. Now left side on the swing pass. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
First down, McDonald. Short little throw to Ebron. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6.
Complete to Eric.
Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
6-yard line.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal.
A gain of 3 brings up 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Cole McDonald. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers have taken the lead. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3.
Makes the score Steelers 7, Vikings 3.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will make it into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. To throw again on second down. Cousins. This one brought in by Jefferson. And he's able to get out to the 32. Brought down there. 4 yards the pickup. First down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
First down. Here's Cousins. Open here, Adam Thielen. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Cousins now to throw on first down. And a tussle for him. This is going to be caught. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had the big play in the run game to play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
First down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there, and it's second down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on first and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
A second down throw for Cousins. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there. Third down here.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They just do get the playoff. Now Cousins. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 28. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down. Throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there. And now it's second down.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To the air again, it's Cousins. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Field goal. A 45-yard attempt.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6.
6.
So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
First down, Pittsburgh.
They go play action with McDonald. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we're at halftime with our score 7-6 in a tough-fought first half. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. And this carries into the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
On 1st and 10, McDonald. And his throw here is incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. But it's going to be 2nd down. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Brings up 3rd down.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's McDonald. Got a man, and hits him in stride. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A nice pickup of 23 on the third down conversion.
23 yards.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the first down.
The ball carrier.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. McDonald. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 26. Give them 14 on that one and a first down. Throwing on first down. McDonald will try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. This has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. They'll run with Hunt. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Throwing on 3rd and long. McDonald. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hughes. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. Tajay Sharp, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those. But the coverage has been excellent thus far. And it was again on the last play.
Glad to have you with us from Minneapolis. Third quarter here, 2nd and 10. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
3rd and 3.
3rd and short yardage. Cousins. He wants it all for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. It's picked. And nothing there on the return. They got the football, but they'll have to start this drive at their own 4-yard line.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
And he stopped immediately there. Tackle made that time by Anthony Barr. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
A third quarter now, a 1-point game as they line up 2nd and 10. Well, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Picked by Jeff Gladney. So they take over not only in enemy territory, but in the red zone at the 16-yard line.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at the 16.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. trying to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
The ball carrier. The tackle made at the 12-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Again, it's Cook. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up 1st and goal. They'll run for it with Cook. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings are going to retake the lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can. Do
guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. Then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. They'll try and run it here. And he will get into the end zone again. And he seems to have a nose for it as he gets both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And he'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23.
Brought down at the 23-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup.
They run again with Hunt. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
It's 3rd down.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for the 1st down with Hunt. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the 1st. Give him 6 yards in the 1st down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. A quick pass out to Juju. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a 1st down.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding 2nd half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a 1st down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire 2nd half.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
The tackle made.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
To throw on 2nd down. McDonald, completion here to Claypool. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 14.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. A good decision in the end to pull and run. Gets him 9 yards and a 1st. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to run.
And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Kareem Hunt, his second touchdown on the season. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the fourth.
14. Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Cook, the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
From the gun, here's Cousins. That is caught. It's Tajay Sharp. And he gets this one just shy of the 40 to mark him down at the 39.
I like what I'm seeing from them here. Tie game in the fourth quarter. They understand the situation. They don't need to be in any rush. Go ahead and huddle up and run your offense. That last completion put them in a nice position to take the lead in this game.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. All tied up, less than 2 minutes to go. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. Behind the chain, 2nd and 13. Cousins. He's got his man Sharp complete. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
3rd and 8.
Here's Cousins. That'll be complete to Cook. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Cousins gives way to Cook. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Joe Hayden. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 31-yard line.
They run it again with Cook. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
The tackle made by
the Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to almost certainly win the football game. And his kick is good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So it's not quite over yet, but you have to figure they pretty well got this one on ice now.
And Brandon, I'm trying to figure out how they remain so calm in these situations and then go out and execute, because I'm up here shaking like a leaf, and I wasn't one who had to make that kick.
They look calm, but I bet if you had a heart rate monitor on it, it'd be up in the 300s right now.
I don't want to seem absurd, but that boy's a gangster. Focusing on me was a DaBeast. Barbados with the hustle, pockets LIDs. Distinct destinations, all I want to see. Oceanfront residences, 3 different ones a week. Cause I deserve that. It's time to learn that. Mess around and put that thing up where you burn that. 6 figures every year, yeah, I earn that. At the front of this line is where my turn at.
Sometimes you need a friend.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
Let's see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. This is caught at the 20. And down to the 20. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Minnesota, they at least get the win here to earn a split of their first 2 home games. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh,
Flag on the play. Yeah, yeah. That's a flag on the play. Yeah, yeah. Flag on the play. Hold up. That's a flag on the play. Let's go. Touchdown, I just scored a whole bucket. I just dropped the bag on the tag, ain't nothing. Make them throw a flag when I pass, come through stunning. Call me tired, girl, and hit the hole, then I'm running. Get money, you ain't trying to get that second flag on the play. Hating from the sideline, a flag on the play. Like Julio with them Falcons, I just made a play. In the red zone, going strong, watch me shake and bake. Let's go. I just took off with that rock.